Okay, what's going on? Wednesday, July 27th. What's up? What's up? New setup. Who dis? Connor, Chase, Brendan, Travis Allen, Stephen Borwell, Jason, Derek, Todd Smith. What's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in. As you can see, we're switching things up a little bit with the setup. Figured why not? I'm trying out some different things. Yeah, we got the 5-point sign. I'm gonna probably play with some different pictures. I haven't updated my photos on my USB drive in quite a while. But this is the other half of the studio that you did not see yesterday. Let me get one more look at it. How are we looking on this side? Okay, not bad. I actually don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. I don't hate this. So the studio is officially complete. And for those of you that did not know, we added yesterday, we added a bookshelf, right? We added a bookshelf on this side of the stew, which John Rice wants a tour. Let me see if I can try to just give you a look. Connor, the ring light is literally in here right there. Where do you think the lighting is coming from, my guy? So you can kind of see, there's your books, there's your ring light, there's the bookshelf, back half, this side. So that's what I can do for you. As you can see, Connor, there's most certainly a ring light. I mean, let me say this. That is not the sun, Connor. That is a ring light. I just showed it to you. Trust me, when I first started doing this and you start doing live shows and you do shows and all that, you realize how important lighting is. So no, this is not natural lighting. I can assure you. Trust me, it would look nothing like this with just natural lighting. Either way, this is the Daily Crow. We're taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Want to hear from you. Yeah, so anyways, just figure why not? We'll play with some different setups. We'll play with some different backgrounds. I got that bookshelf, though, and I tried out that setup and just wanted to see what the background looked like, and it just did not hit the same. It just did not hit the same as the bookshelf at the old studio. So I don't think that's really going to be the move. I mean, I don't think you guys are really all that concerned with what the background is. It's more so me. I like to play with the aesthetics of the background. I mean, I love this, all the memorabilia in the background and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's funny, though, that John says something about a studio tour because the plan is later today, maybe tonight, and I know my guy Luke RJ is about to lose his shit when he hears this, but the plan is later today or tonight to drop Behind the Beak and bring Behind the Beak back. You know, it's something where we sit now just 38 days away from kick. Behind the Beak is most certainly going to be something that is going to be a prevalent thing during football season. But I figure why not? You know, we've gone through this move. We've got the new studio. Why not bring it back and go ahead and let you guys see what's going on and give you, again, a look behind the beak at my day-to-day life. And so, yeah, I think that's something I'm going to sit down tonight or today, put that video together, clip that up, and then we'll drop that. And there will be a full studio tour in that video, John. So Daddy-O says, did you hang your own shelves? Yes, I hung my own shelves, believe it or not. I would not label myself as a handyman, but I can get the job done if needed. By the way, guys, let's go ahead and get this out there. We've got some bad news and we've got some good news, okay? So I'll give you guys the bad news first. Working with my merch guy, right? You all know that with fulfillment, there can be issues with that. We are all familiar with the world right now and everything going on. My guy called me this morning about an hour ago, told me that apparently the latest batch of towels, of blank towels to print for our Beamer Ball towels, whoever was shipping them, I don't know if it's FedEx, I don't know if it was who it was, but USPS or whoever the hell said it was delivered, and they are nowhere to be found. So we've got to figure that out. So I say all that to say we are trying to, I'm hoping for a resolution within the next 24 hours. If not, there is a very strong chance that we will not have any Beamer Ball towels for sale at our tour event tomorrow in Myrtle Beach. Again, I do apologize, guys, for the hiccup if that does indeed happen. But just something you got to deal with when it comes to fulfillment. So we are going to make an adjustment. We are going to learn from this, and we are going to get ahead of it for the next time and order a bunch of towels ahead so we're not sitting here literally sold out waiting on more towels to get here. So continue to order online. Really the only bad news is for people that are going to be at the Myrtle Beach tour tomorrow. So there's a chance that we will not have them. And either it's kind of crazy. I mean, either the towels got shipped to the wrong location or somebody out there really just felt the need to steal a box of blank white towels. So either way, appreciate y'all and y'all's love and support with the merch. And again, continue to buy the towels up for my Myrtle Beach Gamecocks. My Myrtle Beach Gamecocks, there is a chance that we will not have towels on hand tomorrow. And again, if that's the case, I really do apologize. I hate that. But, it's just something we got to rock and roll with the punches. We will have koozies. We will have koozies on sale. If you want to buy koozies, we'll have koozies on sale. But we may not have towels. There's a strong chance we don't have towels. The good news is our Todd and More merchandise is officially done. That will be hitting their location later today. All of our T-shirts, the Beamer Ball T-shirts, they will be hitting the Todd and More location today. And so those should be on the rack by tomorrow. Sizes up to 4XL. We're getting more merchandise in Rivals in Florence, South Carolina as well. More of the QB1 shirts as well as Beamer Ball hats, both garnet and black. So be sure to check out Rivals in Florence. Check out Todd and More Sporting Goods in Columbia. And then, of course, our online store at tsus.store. My guy, James Kendall says I need to hide the wires. My guy, you come do it then. I got to be honest. The wires really don't bother me. I don't know. I just see it as part of the setup, my guy. There's wires everywhere. I mean, there's microphone wires. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'll get something at some point, but it just really doesn't bother me at this point. It's just like the studio is put together. It's clean. It's beautiful. This is such an upgrade from what we used to have. So, yeah. Anyways, though, guys, my Myrtle Beach Gamecocks, I'm really excited to see you all, and I really hope that news doesn't deter anyone from coming out. Do we want to talk uniforms? Because Luke RJ is in the chat. I think sometimes Luke RJ just likes to disagree with me because he wants to hear me go on a rant. I think so. I think Luke RJ enjoys hearing me rant so much that sometimes he just disagrees. No, I mean, why is that so loud?
Call from
Connor Kelly.
Let's jump to the phone lines. Yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
What's going on?
Dude, just hanging out, man. Chilling. What's up?
Yeah, nothing much. So, I've been looking over all over Facebook and stuff. These people projecting these scores. You know what I can't stand seeing is, how we had a 7-6 record last year, and now they're all of a sudden we're gonna get about, for instance, 6-6 or 5-6. I can't stand when people are like that. I just don't understand why they think we're gonna do worse than we did last year.
I mean, I haven't personally seen a ton of 5-7 predictions. I mean, I think that's really, really bold to pick us to miss a bowl game with the guys we've added, but. I think what you just have to keep in mind is, everybody's entitled to their own prediction and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I mean, it is what it is. True. It doesn't, just because somebody picks us, just because I pick us to do something or you pick us to do something or somebody on Facebook picks us to do something, it doesn't make it fact. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way because last year they probably did a worse score than, 7-6. They probably thought it was going to be probably a 3-6 or something like that.
Right. I mean, we were over under in Vegas was 3.5. Over under in Vegas was 3.5. So, wow. I think you're going to see the projections range. I mean, or the predictions range from 6-6 to 8-4. I think anything less than 6 feels way too aggressive. I think anything more than 8 feels also very aggressive. I mean, listen, there's a chance Carolina does go 6-6. It is possible. I mean, it's not without. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, if you say Well,
yeah,
we're not going.
Thinking, like people keep forgetting that we had nothing but 3 stars last year, and we still won 7-6. But now we have 4. We have a lot more 4 stars and 5 stars this year than we did last year. So I don't know why people think we're going to do worse than we did last year.
So that raises the question: why would somebody pick South Carolina to go 6-6 when they went 6-6 last year? Let me give you a couple of reasons why. Number one, the offense. Like there are 3 ways to look at this season. There's the Garnet Glasses optimistic view. There is the chicken curse pessimistic view, and then there's the realistic view, which is where I try to fall, that third one. But if you want to know why Carolina could go 6-6, I can give you a list of reasons. The offensive line still stinks. Spencer Rattler's overrated. The receivers still aren't very good. You lost your 2 best running backs, and they're really getting a guy in that room that's ready to step up as RB1. Hey, on the defensive side, you lost your top takeaway guy in Jalen Foster, and there's no guarantee Devontae Reed is going to fill in from Central Michigan and be that guy. You still can't stop the run. Right. Your linebackers are painfully average, and your schedule is tougher. My guy, have I given you enough reasons yet to say why you could go 6-6? It's very possible. On the flip side, I could say all those question marks work out in your favor, and everybody's great, and we win 9 games. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. That's why you're seeing so many people pick 7-5. But there's plenty of reasons to why Carolina could go 6-6, my friend. I can tell you that. Like, it's not the most outlandish pick in the world. I'm not picking it, but it's possible. It's and like the transitive property.
I always keep having my hopes up that we're gonna go into the championship this year, but just only because we, obviously everybody wants to watch the game this season because of Spencer Rattler. And I feel like, just because he went to the Big 12 championship, I don't know how different it is to, in Big 12 than it is in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, and there is a difference. But, and again, I was giving you the, doubting everything, question marks everywhere. Again, I think it's unrealistic to expect that all those question marks turn out to have a negative answer. I think it's also unrealistic to have expectations that all those question marks have a positive answer. It's somewhere in the middle. Some things are going to work out better than we expect, and some things aren't going to work out as well as we expect. That's a more realistic look. I mean, sure, every now and then teams have dream seasons, and every now and then some teams have nightmare seasons, but normally the truth I feel like lies somewhere in the middle, and I think that'll be the case this year, which is why I've said if you go 8-4, it's a fantastic season. If you go 7-5, you had a good year. If you go 7-5, have an opportunity to win an 8th in a bowl game, you had a great year. And again, I just want to warn you and other Gamecock fans this, because again, you look back at last year and say, well, we won X last year, we should win Y this year. The transitive property, bro, it just does not work in football like that. Like the way the ball bounced our way last year, the good breaks we got, the opportunistic turnovers we got, like there's no guarantee. We could be a better football team this year, and if the ball doesn't bounce our way and we don't get those turnovers and teams don't make mistakes, and we might not win as many games.
Yeah, just like Missouri and Kentucky.
Right. We might not win as many games. So, but, I'll tell you this. I will not come down on a Gamecock fan for being disappointed if we go 6-6 after getting all the guys we got.
I have my sister's fiance. He's actually a Tennessee fan, and he said that. So I told him, asked him a question. I was like, so if you weren't a Tennessee fan, because he's from here, he's from South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, and he was like, so I asked him if you would rather be a Carolina or a Clemson fan. You'd rather be a Clemson fan. I'm like, and he talks shit. I'm telling you, he talks way too much shit about Carolina and saying like, we ain't shit. We never had that kind of money to recruit all these 4 or 5-star recruits and all that, which may be true, but and saying that we'll never go into the Natty and all that crap.
Right. I mean, Tennessee fans, who gives a damn, bro? They're slapdicks. Who cares? What is it?
And he said that we have the worst fan base too.
That's funny coming from a Tennessee guy. That's very funny coming from a Tennessee guy.
Yeah, he's a huge Tennessee fan, man. But I just wanted to get that out of my system. Yeah. Since you're huge on football and stuff, clearly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just want to call you about that, because I've seen a lot of people post on Facebook about these projections. I'm just like, man, we just went 7-6 last year. I just don't get why we'll do a lot better this year. I don't understand people's projections.
Well, hey, listen, there are doubters, and there are, again, there are those who are optimistic, there are those who are pessimistic, there are those who are realistic. So, I mean, everybody falls in a different category.
Yeah.
And hey, the beautiful part is in 38 days, we will start to get some answers. That's the beautiful part. At some point, predictions
Oh yeah,
will
for
subside.
sure. Like
and
nobody
play on the
knows.
field what
Nobody knows until they start playing.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
yeah, man. Appreciate the call. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Great stuff. You too. Awesome. Again, I mean, guys, they're the transitive property does not work in college football. It doesn't. It doesn't. Brian Dean says he got South Carolina anywhere from 8-4 to 10-2. God, man, your projections or something. Bad Brad. Appreciate you loving the setup. Let's, what, I like to handle things behind the scenes, but I'm going to reiterate this, okay, from yesterday, because this is like, we have a special group here, I feel like, with TDC. This is a tight-knit group. So there are like almost, I don't want to say inside jokes, but there are things we talk about, right, that you would not understand if you're not a Daily Crower. Let's just put it that way. If you don't tune into TDC, there are certain things that you wouldn't even know what I'm talking about, the personalities of this show, the characters of this show. And let me just say this. I'm not going to name names, but I would just say this to anyone. The consumers and the callers are what make this show, but never forget that this is my show. Okay, this is my show. This is the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up show. This is TSUS's show. Okay, so I welcome all to call in, but if I don't want you to call in, I don't have to let you call in. That's my freedom. That's my choice. And if you don't like it, you can go start your own show. Literally, the internet exists. You can start your own show. So we make decisions, and I make decisions that are best for the end consumer. I make decisions that are best for the business. It's never personal. It's all business. Okay, so I'm not naming any names whatsoever. I'm not naming any names whatsoever. But I gotta be honest. And say this. Man, you might think your call, and I'm not talking about the guy that just called, by the way. This is just a generic thing for the history of TDC, for the history of the business. You all know me. I would never make a decision that compromised the value of TSUS and the value it provides. I would never make a decision that would compromise or affect the positive value TSUS provides the end consumer. Because, hey, the end consumer, you guys, the people that tune in are the people that matter. Those are the people that matter, right? Like when people ask me to do appearances on shows and do this, do that, and there's some people that are like Mark Ryan, for example. Mark Ryan. There's some of you out there that hate Mark Ryan. You hate Mark Ryan. Like, and you think to yourself, like, I would never talk to Mark Ryan. Guys, you're letting your feelings get in the way of logic. Like, the way I view it, you might not like Mark Ryan. I don't even have to like Mark Ryan. I don't dislike Mark, but I don't have to like him, although I do, but I don't have to. My focus is, even if I dislike this person, I'm more committed to the content and driving value, because guess who's going to enjoy it? The end consumer. They're going to enjoy hearing this. This is more content that the end consumer can enjoy, right? So, again, I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to rant on this. I'll just say this again. When you call, you are subject to, we can make decisions on who calls in, who doesn't. And if your calls, guys, if your commentary is not driving value to the business and to this show, I got really no room for it, man. I got no room for it. So, and if you can't understand that and respect that, then it's tough shit. I don't know what to tell you. Either way, we are taking your questions, comments, calls. The phone lines are open, 843-790-3377. That's 790-337. Tim and Travis, how did you get my DM last night? Seeing as I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know that I did. Did I? Maybe I don't know, Travis. Maybe I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. Send me another DM. Send me another DM. So, anyways, the thing I love. Oh, the TSUS bar logo. Okay, Travis, I can get that made immediately after this. The bar logo visor. I got you. Also, we had let me ask you guys this. Would you guys be interested in Beamer Rattler golf polos? You notice golf polos are not something I make a lot of because I don't wear polos. Like, I don't wear golf polos anymore, really. Yeah, I just, but if there's, hey, listen, I can make that in 2 seconds. Would you guys be interested in white and black Beamer Rattler 22 golf polos, Beamer ball golf polos? You guys, I'll drop them today. I'll literally drop them today. Hey, listen, again, I'm all about the end consumer, whatever you guys like. I may not love a golf polo, but I'm sure there's many of you out there. My guy Dalton said he'd love to have a golf polo so he can wear it to work. I got you, bro. I got you. Kelsey Quarles, our guy, chiming in. Kelsey, first thing, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for jumping on yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, Kelsey. I tagged you on social media, but we redistributed Kelsey's conversation and interview on the podcast that dropped today. Great show today, talking Kentucky, by the way, in the opponent preview series. But we've also got Kelsey's conversation from yesterday. If you want to hear that on the podcast, the full conversation is there. Kelsey says that South Carolina will beat Florida and Clemson, struggle with Kentucky and Tennessee. I hope we take the smaller games seriously because they both are capable of beating us. I hear you, Kelsey. No, that's a great point. Yeah, so Ja Say says we need 5X and 6X merch. My guy, I mean, here's how it works. My vendor has the variants, and I just create whatever variants are possible. And if they don't have 5X and 6X, there's not a ton I can do about that. There's just not a ton I can do about that. Brian Dean, Chris, if I sent you money, could I special order some Beamer Ball shirts? Yeah, Brian, shoot me a DM. Maybe that's something we can figure out. I could probably get my merch guy to help us out with that. Bad Brad will buy a golf polo the second they get released. Yeah, just depending on the design look. Yeah, Bad Brad, I'm thinking just literally like Beamer Ball on the breast here, on the chest. Beamer Ball, Beamer Rattler 22. I will look and see what variants they have in regards to polos. See what I've done before. They haven't been like a dry fit. They've been like I don't want to say they've been I don't want to say they've been like a cotton, because they're not a full cotton. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyways, guys, taking your questions, comments. Again, great podcast to drop this morning. Kelsey Coral, shoot me your address in my inbox, man. I appreciate you. I'll send you something special when I play. Kelsey, we can put it right here in the stew, my guy. Right here in the stew, wherever any of these shelves, or we got plenty of other space in here, my man. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you, Kelsey. I will shoot you a DM after this. Again, pod drop this morning talking Kentucky. And I just want to say this. Jase, hey, you hit me my DMs as well, my guy. Jase says he's 6'7", 330. Hey, if there's a demand for it, my guy, I want everybody to rock Beamer Ball merch. I want everybody to rock our merch, period. Whatever you like, Beamer Rattler. I will do whatever I can to get the merchandise made in whatever size you need, my guy. We do have, I think it's up to 5X. But again, if you need 6 or 7X, let's try to work together and get on that. Let's try to work. I want everybody to be able to rock the merch. Everybody. Anyways, we talked Kentucky today, and I want to say this about that Kentucky game. And that Kentucky game is so intriguing, right? Because as I mentioned on the podcast, and I mentioned the same exact point last year, and it came to fruition, by the way, after the ball game. Because what you see is this. Gamecock fans, we can live with a lot. I mean, we can put up with a ton. Losing to Kentucky in football, it's just one of those things that we have a tough time stomaching, right? And so I look at this game in Lexington, and Kentucky's catching a bunch of hype right now, right? Being picked to finish second in the East. You know, Will Levis is being looked at it like all world everything. He's being projected by some people as the number 1 overall pick, which I think is crazy, right? Kentucky getting picked to win 8-9 games, whatever. I look at that game in Lexington. I think it's going to be a great ball game, right? Rattler against Levis. I think that quarterback matchup is going to be incredible. South Carolina has never played well, for whatever reason it seems, in Lexington. Tough game. As Kelsey Quarles mentioned, tough game. Tough game. It's just going to be a tough game. Kentucky has physically whipped you up front. They've beaten you 7 of the last 8 seasons. That's sickening. Makes me sick to my stomach as I say it. However, I've made the point it's not the most important ball game of this season. You could lose to Kentucky and still achieve your goals. I will make this point, though. Kentucky is not the most important game of this season. Kentucky is not the biggest swing game of this season. But I think what Kentucky serves as in week 6, it is the greatest inflection point of this season. And here's what I mean by that, assuming my predictions come true, right? You beat Georgia State, lose to Arkansas, lose to Georgia, and then you win back-to-back games against Charlotte and SC State. You come into this game 3-2, 0-2 in SEC play, right? You got Kentucky, then you got your bye week, and then you hit the second half of the season, which begins with a tough home game against A&M. This game in Lexington, I think, will determine the direction of your season. Because I've made the point very clearly that I don't think you hit 7 or more wins if you don't start the season 4-2 or better. I just think going into the second half at 3-3, 0-3 at SEC play, guys, you're going to be going into the bye week scratching your head like, what is going on? Like, we're halfway through this season, and we don't have a quality win. We don't have a quality win, right? So I see it being the greatest inflection point. You win, and there's no guarantee you win 8 games, but you win, you go into the bye week, tons of confidence, right? Huge victory over Kentucky. And you go into your second half of the season with a lot of hope and hype and positivity. You lose to Kentucky, and I think you find yourself more so struggling to get to a bowl game. So it's not the most important game. That's Missouri. It's not the biggest swing game. That's Arkansas. But this game in Lexington against the Wildcats, it's the greatest inflection point of the season. I think this game determines either the season's going this way or it's going this way. It's that big of a game. You need to beat Kentucky. And again, I picked South Carolina to beat Kentucky. And one of the big reasons I did, if Spencer Rattler's the guy I think he is, he don't lose to Kentucky. I'm sorry. Maybe that's putting too much pressure on him. Spencer Rattler, that I know, he don't lose to UK. He just does not. Period, point blank. He does not lose to Kentucky. You look at everything. You know, we talked about, again, Kentucky on the show today. They lost a ton. They lost a ton from that team last year. I know that we're at the point where Mark Stoops, hey, everybody's just kind of giving UK the benefit of the doubt. I think Kentucky's being hella overrated, guys. Hell, I picked them in my picks to finish 4th in the East. I picked them to finish 4th in the East. But with that being said, by the way, I've got Kentucky going 8-4. I got the Gamecocks with a tiebreaker over UK. 8-4, 4-4 in league. So I don't think Kentucky's going to be like bad, but 2nd in the East. So I just, again, not most important, not biggest swing game, greatest inflection point of the season. There's no doubt in my mind. And guys, we can argue until you're blue in the face. I don't think you get to 7 or more wins if you don't start 4-2 or better. How? You're telling me you're going to win 4 of your last 6? What? Let me ask you this, guys. What is going to be the mindset? What's going to be the mental state of this football team if you're 3-3 and 0-3 in SEC play at the halfway point going into bye week? Because I know what the reaction of the fan base is going to be. I know how the fan base is going to feel. The South Carolina fan base is going to be a shit show. I mean, it's going to be a pure shit show if we're 3-3 and then 0-3 in SEC play. A shit show. Just bottom line. Bottom line. So, listen, I talk a lot about the hypotheticals of like, would you rather beat Arkansas or Kentucky? I mean, hell, just beat them both, right? Because if you beat Arkansas, you should beat Kentucky, in my opinion. I mean, I think Arkansas is a better football team than Kentucky is this season. But, that Kentucky game's a big one, man. It's just because I think what it is for Gamecock fans, and I don't blame you for thinking this way, that, and I'd say it's the accurate way to think. By the way, shout out to my guy. This might catch him off guard. Shout out my guy Thomas Walker, watching TDC with I'm going to just say this, with the Spawn. Shout out to Thomas Walker and Rachel Walker. They're Spawn. Me and my guy call his son. He said I'm hanging with the Spawn. But no, shout out to them, the Walker family. Always big fans of TSUS and supporters, and I really do appreciate y'all, man. That's so awesome. Cool picture you just sent. Raising them right, my guy. Raising them right. Let me say this, by the way, to Thomas Walker and everybody else, Rachel Walker, everybody else. If y'all need youth sizes of anything, please let me know. I don't make a lot of our merch in youth sizes off the jump because the demand's just not all that high, and of course, like, it takes time to make these variants. I would say that to anybody, though, if you see any piece of merch, any logo, like, people are asking for visors, like, guys, you'd be surprised at all the different types of variants I can make in regards to, like, things that are not on the store. So if there's anything that you're like, I wonder if he could do this, please let me know. Please let me know. And when it comes to youth sizes, I can make youth sizes of literally anything. Any of our logos, any of our merch, please let me know. I would love to do that. Would love to see Gamecocks of all sizes, ages, everything rocking the merch. So let me know. But again, Walker family, appreciate y'all. They just sent me a picture of them watching the live show. James Kendall, 100% I'd buy youth black Beamer Rattler 22. James, hit me in the DM. I'll get that made literally right after this. I would be more than happy to do that. So what do we got right now? We got to make a visor. We got to make polos. We got to make youth size Beamer Rattler. We've got a lot to get after today. Cody Gaskins, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Jason Futch, this shirt is on the store, my guy. Go fight, win, kick ass. This is on the store, my guy. TSUS.store. This is comfort colors, too. This thing is badass. This thing, I'm telling you, I love the comfort colors. I love the comfort colors. I love this, like, kind of faded, vintage-looking garnet. I love it, dude. Like, I'm going to get the Beamer Rattler. I'm getting my own merch, obviously. Hell, I might just get garnet and black of the comfort colors. Yeah, I love this. By the way, in case you're wondering why all of our garnet shirts are now comfort colors, it's because they're literally the only variant that I have that has garnet. So this is what we're rocking with right now. I love it personally. Y'all let me know the feedback, but yeah. Ryan Hobby. Let me throw this up there. Ryan Hobby. You think our defense takes a step back, forward, or about the same this year? I think we're about the same. I think we're more talented this year, top to bottom. You lose a guy like Foster, which I think should not be overlooked. I think the run defense, let me put it this way. I think the run defense is a little better. The pass defense is a little worse. I think you kind of fall where you were last year, which is really solid. I mean, top 50 defense in the country. So I think you'll be solid yet again. I just don't see you taking some massive jump, right? Dylan Prothman, who's more likely to be an impact player, Beal, Smith, or Wells? Definitely Wells. Not even close. Definitely Wells. Definitely Wells. Yeah, definitely Wells. But I like Christian Beal Smith's game a lot. I do. Dorsey, Harrison, Bryson says he's rocking the Spurs up hats in Rocky Top. I love that, my guy. Love that. Give him hell. Braddock 843. If we win in Kentucky, does that put us finishing second in the East? So right now, Braddock, my picks, I have South Carolina finishing 8-4, 4-4 in league play. I got Kentucky 8-4, 4-4 in league play. I've actually got Tennessee finishing second, Gamecocks finishing third. I've got Tennessee going 9-3, 5-3 in league play, and I do have Tennessee beating South Carolina. So that's where that pick comes from. Let's see. Yeah, Braddock, I actually do believe, hold on, is it Braddock that commented this? Yeah, pullover fleece or nylon with the mid-zip. Let me check today, Braddock. I think there's actually a good chance we do have the mid-zip. I have not. Yeah, I will look at that, and yeah, I'll look at that and let you know. So I think I can do that, though. Chad Godwin says, are we going to be able to keep Coach White if defense does even better? Will Shane be able to keep coaches like Dabo did? That helped Clemson, in my opinion. Why not? Pay him. Pay the man. Pay the man. Give him whatever he wants. I think Clayton White loves being at USC. Heck, I've talked to Clayton White before. I know he loves being at USC. So, you know, listen. We've got to commit to paying our coaches and keeping guys we value, right? Keeping guys we value at home. And so, I mean, it's a good thing when you got your assistants being poached for head coaching jobs. That means they're really good coaches. And so, I mean, listen, if Clayton White wants to be a head coach that badly and he gets the right offer, I mean, what are you going to say to him, Chad? I mean, can you – you're not going to – I mean, I'll be happy for him. I'll be happy for him if he gets a head coaching job and whatever. I mean, it'll suck for us, but, it's part of the reality of having great coaches. So – Travi, yeah, listen, if we lose to Kentucky, it's just going to be a shit show. Like I said, it's just – and it's because I look at it one of two ways. Either you lose to Kentucky and you've already lost to Arkansas and Georgia and you're 3-3, 0-3 in league play and your brain is fried from that. And, like, we're just like, what the hell? Like, I don't know what to expect the second half. It's either that or you've beaten Arkansas, which might even be more frustrating, right? To think about going into Lexington at what? 4-1, 1-1 in league play, and then lose to Kentucky. You're like, what is going on? Like, how? Why? Like, it'll become like, why can we not beat this team? Why can we not beat them? What does Kentucky have on us? What hex is there against us? Travis says that'd be the Gamecock thing to do, beat Arkansas. We can't beat. I don't know, man. I mean, listen, that's the mentality Beamer's fighting. We'll see. So, again, guys, episode 681 of the podcast did drop today. Full breakdown of the Kentucky Wildcats and the 2022 opponent preview series. Again, we'll continue with that on Friday. We'll talk A&M. Then we will talk Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and next week we'll go Mizzou, Vandy, Florida, right? Then the following week, Monday, Wednesday, we'll talk Tennessee, Clemson. And so then that would make it the 12th, August the 12th, that Friday, is when we will begin our position unit preview series, which are a lot of fun. Also, guys, next week, I'll let you know in regards to content in the podcast. Fall camp starts Friday, so there will be fall camp preview content on the podcast. I'm thinking we'll do like top 5 position battles going into fall camp. We'll do something like top 5 storylines. Obviously, really exciting, man, when you get on the field and we're seeing all these guys right now taking pictures. By the way, the video that Gamecock football published, I was literally driving when I saw it, and I damn near had to pull over. Like, I was like, I'm about to run through a brick wall, dude. This is incredible. It was so awesome seeing Rattler in a jersey, seeing him in uniform. Incredible, dude. Just absolutely incredible. Guys, we are rocking. We are rolling here on this Wednesday. By the way, this is the final Daily Crow of the week. So if you want to get your questions in, get in your comments, get in your calls. Of course, tomorrow, guys, we'll be traveling to Myrtle Beach. I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, we've got a 4-hour drive. So I think on the road, I'll probably do a Twitter Spaces. Y'all let me know if you'd like that idea. I think a Twitter Spaces tomorrow would be awesome because, again, I've got a lot of time to kill on the road. We can take questions, comments, shoot the shit, whatever. We can talk as we normally do and have us a good time. Friday, again, no TDC. I'm staying the night in Myrtle Beach. I'm going to have a bit of a beach day, maybe on the way home from Myrtle. We can do that again. We'll just do Twitter Spaces and take questions and all that good stuff. So there will be content, guys. You know it. Content bleeding out the eyeballs. You already know the drill. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first break, but I want to continue to hear from you. More of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Want to continue to hear from you. Let's see. We got a Tennessee fan up in here. Daniel Gregory. Go. I'm not even going to say it. Travi. Yeah. Anyways, guys, what y'all want to discuss? Like I said, great podcast dropped this morning talking to Kentucky Wildcats, the opponent preview series, and that conversation with Kelsey, man, that was incredible yesterday. That was so awesome. Like I said, the fact that we're in a position where former players feel comfortable enough to call in and, just to have casual conversation. Really, really cool, and something I don't take for granted. And, I welcome a guy like Kelsey or whoever else to call in at any point, man. I really value hearing former players' opinions on the program and everything going on and stuff like that. So as you can see, studio's complete. I love the setup in here. The setup's incredible. The vibes are incredible. Yeah, it's a hell of a vibe, man. It's just so awesome. So Travis Lee with the questions that need answers, right? Questions that need answers. I'm probably going to go with Clemson. Again, it's crazy to me. I don't like Tennessee by any stretch, by any means, I should say, but some of our Tennessee, our fans hate Tennessee. Our fans loathe and despise Tennessee. And again, I don't like them either, but I think for a lot of people, that's their second most hated team. For our guy Dalton, that's his most hated team. So, yeah, Daddy-O, big time weekend for recruiting this weekend. They've got the cookout or whatever going on. A lot of 4-star guys on campus. A lot of 4-star guys that we think we feel like are leaning our way. So, lot of big time prospects. Shane Beamer, dude. I never doubted Beamer in recruiting. I'm not surprised by it at all. I'm not surprised by his success on the recruiting trail. So, Caleb Thomas fishing. Favorite restaurant before a game. Also, have you heard about any recruits leaning our way after the cookout? Well, we haven't had the cookout yet, my guy. So let's let the cookout happen. But favorite restaurant before a game? Carolina Ale House, man. Duh. Of course, Carolina Ale House. Normally, but like for a home game, my guy, we're eating at the tailgate. I'm not going out to eat before the tailgate. So, yeah. Brandon Watts, I look at Rattler like the Jalen Hurts Tua situation when people say Spencer sucks because he got benched. No, I agree. It's to say Rattler sucks because of what happened last year without looking at statistics, without looking at his actual gameplay, it's lazy. It's just lazy. It's just lazy. If Rattler, and you know what a lot of it is? It's the fact that he came to South Carolina. It's the fact that he came to South Carolina. So it's just a lazy take, in my opinion. 843-790-3377. That's the number. I don't know if Craig Phillips is. Oh, I get it now. No, it's I just think it's a lot of he's come to South Carolina and people want to dismiss Carolina and write him off and write us off, and so they just say he sucked. I think it's a lazy take. You look at his stats last year. You know what I mean? Stephanie Lee says, Chris, can you show us your shirt? Yeah. So literally just says, go fight, win, kick ass. Like the kickoff. So there you go. Boom. We got this in black. Got it in black and white too. Go fight, win, kick ass. So, yeah, these are on the store. You just go to Hey, we've got the Comfort Colors collection. If you go to our Comfort Colors collection, you will see that. You will see that. You will see that. Matt Jones, which ones do you think will get committing to us? Rames, the DN, Tree, the O-lineman, Anderson, the O-lineman, and Taylor, the receiver. We're getting them all, Matt. We're getting them all. We're getting them all. We're getting them all. Yeah, Corey Gardner, 2X is the biggest the Comfort Colors go. I apologize. Again, that's not like a me decision. That's just literally what my vendor has available. That's all they have available. So I will say these are like, this is an XL. I mean, it fits me well, but it's a looser fit. So, I mean, you might be able to, depending on what size you wear, squeeze into a 2X. But unfortunately, my vendor, that's all they have. I'm just thankful that they have Comfort Colors because for the longest time, they did not have Comfort Colors. They did not. So the fact that we've got it now, I love this. I absolutely love this. Rebecca, what's going on? I see you in the chat. Rebecca, what's up? What's up? I see you in the chat, Rebecca. I see you in the chat. We all see you in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? AJ Bowers says, I'm so sick of seeing Clemson, Tennessee, and Kentucky fans on every single South Carolina post. On every South Carolina post. All because people are talking about Rattler. He has a lot of haters to prove wrong, and he will. I mean, listen, man. Listen. This applies to anything, whether it be sports, whether it be life, business, even relationships. When people are throwing shade on you or attempting to throw shade, you know you're doing something right. Because ain't nobody tried to throw shade on somebody ever that wasn't popping, that wasn't balling. So like South Carolina, for example, there's a lot of folks out there who don't want to see South Carolina do well. Right? They're not looking at the Gamecocks from an objective, analysis type standpoint, like let's look at this from a take out biases, right? They're looking at it from they bleed orange and purple, they bleed orange and white, they bleed red and black, whatever colors they bleed. They're looking at it with those shaded glasses on. So, again, no matter if it's business, life, relationships, or sports like we see now, the only reason people are talking shit is because they're nervous. They're nervous. They don't like seeing good things happen to South Carolina. They don't like seeing us excited and fired up for it. They have to try to throw shade on it. Try to dampen the shine a little bit, all they can. That's good. Glad. I'm happy. Hey, nobody hates on Vanderbilt. You know why? Because they don't win anything. Nobody. Does anybody in here hate Vandy? Nobody hates Vandy. Nobody hates Vandy. People hate winners. People hate winners. People hate people that are doing great things and getting after it, balling, whatever. That's why you see on social media, when you have trolls, you're doing something right. There ain't nobody getting trolled. There's nobody trolling losers. Nobody that ain't doing shit is getting trolled.
Call from
Will from Guardy Marble.
Here we go. Let's jump the phone.
to accept.
And Will just hung up. All right, cool. Will, if you want to call back in, you're more than welcome. Anyways, though, that's not really how trolls work, right? I mean, if you're getting trolled, like, people can't compute this, and it's okay. That's the reason you're where you are and others are where they are. But if you're getting trolled, you're doing something right. Because people that are trolling, they're trolling people that are, they're not swinging down. So Carolina catching a lot of heat from people because we got good things going on, and we're feeling great about the direction of our program. We're positive. We got really good players coming in. We got a quarterback that's an all-time guy, and other people don't like that. Opposing fans don't like it. It's a threat to their success. It's a threat to their expectations. So, Bradicate43, Chris, do you think you can get a call in from Lattimore or Gilmore? I have no idea. I've never talked to Stephon Gilmore. I've never talked to Marcus Lattimore either. And I've DM'd Marcus Lattimore. I've hit up Marcus Lattimore. Marcus Lattimore is on his own planet doing his own thing. I mean, obviously, he's got that great podcast with Yuva and the Believe SC, whatever. But, like, you know, Lattimore's doing his own thing. So I respect it. I'd love to get Marcus on the airwaves someday. But he's kind of doing his own thing. So, maybe Marcus isn't a fan of TSUS. You never. I mean, listen, that's okay. If he's not, then I guess so be it. But yeah, I don't know. I've reached out to Marcus before to no avail. So it is what it is, and I try to just focus on the people that we do get on the airwaves, and we'll go from there. So Zach Kaplan, I've had DJ Swearinger on the show before. This was back in fall of 2020. I mean, maybe I could hit up DJ and see if he'd want to come on the live show. Yeah. Yeah, I think it will be a big weekend for us. Michael Cavalier, Chris, if the O-line does their job this year, given the talent we have this year, if everyone stays healthy, I don't see any reason why we can't contend for second in the East. I don't totally disagree with you, Michael. There's a chance. There's a chance. If the O-line takes a massive step forward, who knows? Who knows? Because now you got the quarterback. Now you've got the quarterback. Now you've got the guy you feel like. M. Colt says they are slow to acknowledge their success and quick to start tearing someone down. Beamer knows Rattler, and he believes in him and his work ethic. That's all I need to know. Indeed. I trust in Beamer more than I trust in Slapdick Joey on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah. I know for a fact Shane Beamer would not bring a guy into his program that was going to wreck his program. He wouldn't bring in a guy that he felt like was going to be a negative to his program. He wouldn't do that. Beamer wouldn't do that. So. Chase Floyd, appreciate the love, man. He says TDC's great with or without former players. You kill it. Hey, thank you. No, I appreciate it, man. I'm working towards, once we get into football season, having special guests on like every single day. We're going to have Garcia every Monday. I'll talk to Kelsey. If Kelsey wants to pop in for a weekly spot, I would love that. I would love that. I've got a couple buddies in mind that I think I would love for them to jump on. But, the beautiful thing is this. It's like I will pose, or I will present that opportunity, and I will present that conversation. But the beautiful thing is this, guys, I'd even say this to Steven, right? And we actually had this conversation just very bluntly. Like, I don't have to have any guests. Like, the Daily Crow will be great with my commentary and you guys' commentary, like just with your calls. It will be great. It will be great. TDC will be great. So that's the beautiful thing. But I do understand how much value it adds to have a guy like our friend Kelsey Quarles call in, or have Steven Garcia on for 30 minutes. Like, that adds an immense amount of value for you guys. Coach Ford says, Beamer's doing all the right things thus far. Just standing by to see how much of a leash he will give Satterfield. I mean, Coach Ford, I'd be shocked if we had a really bad year on offense. I'd be shocked if Sat was back. I'd be shocked. And I know, Coach Ford, you, like many, are one of the guilty until proven innocent guys with Satterfield. Many of y'all will just never forgive Satterfield for last year. And again, it's the low-hanging fruit. It's easiest to look back at last year and deflect all of the problems to Sat. And why not give the players on the field more blame, Coach Ford? Why not put it on them? Maybe Satterfield is a good OC that had bad personnel. Why is that such a unfathomable type of thought. Like, why is that? You know, why is that? I'm not sitting here saying sad as Steve Spurrier, but what are we going to say? Let me ask you this, Coach Ford and everybody else, and my guy Skyland is also a big anti-Satterfield. Let's say we average 33 points per game this year. Rattler balls out. Then what are you going to say? Are you going to say, you know what? It really was the personnel in 2021. Or are you going to say, well, you know, we just had so great a personnel this year, it masked how terrible that Satterfield is. You know what I mean? Like, so what's it going to be? I look at it last year, 50-50. I look at it last year, 50-50. I don't think Satterfield was great by any means. I don't think the personnel he had to work with was great either. I think it made his job a lot harder. I mean, we played 4 quarterbacks, for God's sake. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? I guess that's something, though. I guess that's something, and it's no knock to anybody out there, but I guess that's something that, like, it doesn't matter if we had Steve Spurrier back, bro. There's always going to be people on social media that think they're smarter than the OC. Like, they're just going to think that. There's people that are going to think that, bro. It just doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. So this is a fair take from Coach Ford. He says, we'll see soon. The reason is because he did not seem to have any direction. He actually said he had no idea what the offensive scheme would be. If he turns out 30 points per game in SEC games, he's good. It shows that it was phenomenal. It was personnel. I would just say this again to that point, Coach Ford. It's hard to have a real direction offensively when you don't even know who's going to be playing quarterback week to week. I think that is, again, I just don't understand why that's so hard to grasp. You know, hey, if Rattler starts all 12 games and the offense has no direction and we stink and there's no, you know, you have stability at that position, then get Sat out of there. Listen, I will be ready to move on from Marcus Satterfield if the offense is not good this year, because again, it will show it was him. It's him. There's no excuse. Coach Ford, you and I are on the same page. We're on the same team. It's a put up or shut up kind of year. Again, you went and traded in the old Hootney, and now you got this Ferrari. If it don't run, it's the driver. It's not the car. It's the driver of the damn thing. So I'll be all for making that decision. Averaging 30 points per game in SEC play, I think that might be a little bold. It might be a little bold. I think you could get close. You know, I think, I was going to say Kentucky, but Kentucky's got a pretty good defense. I think you could get close to it. But also, though, I don't want to discount, Coach Ford, the 3 that you just mentioned, the State, Georgia State, SC State, and Charlotte. You need to score a lot of points in those games. You do. You need to score a lot of points in those games. So, but of course, I mean, what you average in SEC play, that's what's most important, of course. It's just like baseball, right? Like you're out of conference average. Who gives a damn? I mean, how you hit an SEC play tells you the story. Travis Lee, do you think Beamer brought Kitchens in case things are ugly early and he puts Kitchens in the OC spot? That is the greatest conspiracy theory amongst Gamecock football fans right now. Maybe so. I don't tend to think that. Kitchens is an analyst. That's what he's doing. Kitchens is an analyst. So if it happens, fine. Listen, everybody's working together to achieve a common goal. But I think when Kitchens was hired, people that were saying that about, he's going to be really the one behind the scenes calling plays and Sat's just there to recruit. People are just saying that because they hate Satterfield. That's why they're doing that. There's no rhyme or reason or anything that people can point to where that's a fact. They're just saying that because they hate Marcus Satterfield. That's it. Coach Ford, it's the SEC games I care about, the point per game. Don't hang 60 on South Carolina State. Coach Ford, well, I can tell you this. I would love to see us hang 60 on South Carolina State. I want to score as many points as we can every week. So, if you want to win, if you want to beat South Carolina State, Coach Ford 27-3, you can be my guest, but I'd like to score 60. Personally, I'd like to score 60. So. Luke RJ, what was Kitchens doing before he was hired by Beamer? I don't really know. That's a great question. I don't know. And normally I'd look it up, but I'm too far from my laptop. Somebody look that up. My guy, by the way, sound guy David Garrick, I see you, man, in the chat. Appreciate you. I got your text about the AA batteries. I will be picking up some more AA batteries today. So thank you, sir. Thank you. And I want to shout out sound guy Dave. Sound guy Dave helping me out with all of our sound for all of these tour events. So I appreciate you, sound guy Dave. Coach Ford, he says, I'm missing the point. Just don't want to factor in a 60-point outing against South Carolina State and claim an inflated point per game. Coach Ford, I'm not missing the point. I'm not missing your point at all. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I'd like to score 60 points against SC State. Coach Ford, I think it will be very clear what we need to do at the end of the season. That's it. I know you're Coach Ford, I know where you stand. We know where you stand. You made it clear all last year. All you would do is bitch day after day after day about Saturday. We get it. Guilty till proven innocent. I'm praying to God we average 40 a game this year, and it's no question he's back. I hope and pray, hope we average 35 points per game in SEC play and we win 10 games and Coach Ford becomes the biggest Satterfield stan on the internet. I hope and pray that's the case. I can't wait for another season, though, of you bitching about Sat day after day after day after day. I mean, God forbid we go 3-and-out first drive against Georgia State, fire Satterfield. Done. Cooked. Finished. He's finished. AJ Bowers, great question here. If Rattler's gone, let's see. He says if Rattler is gone after this year, who's going to step up? Quarterback? Yeah. Who steps up at quarterback in 2023? That is going to be the storyline going into next season. And I think that's why, again, we'll get into our position unit preview series in a couple weeks. That's one of the most underrated, I think, question marks for that group is sure. I want Rattler to play every game. I mean, I want Rattler to play every single game, boost the stats, Rattler for Heisman, all that good stuff. But also, whether it be Georgia State, SC State, Charlotte, Vandy, a different game, getting some other quarterbacks experience, getting them snaps, you need to do it. You need to do it. Because the last thing you want, I mean, here's the thing, you're trying to win as many games as you can this year while also building for the future. So, Braden Davis, Tanner Bailey, get those guys snaps in some capacity. Get them game day reps because you can't simulate game day reps in practice. I don't give a damn how many scrimmages you do. You cannot simulate being out there in front of 80,000 fans. You cannot simulate that in a practice. So no matter what game it is, I would love to see at some point Tanner Bailey, Braden Davis. I mean, ideally it's games where we're way ahead, obviously, and they're able to come in, like I said, and just get some reps. So Brendan Hyder says, I think Rattler stays another year, whether he has a good year or not. Brendan, I don't know how else to say this to you, but you're wrong. I mean, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Rattler will not be here next year, 1,000%. He is one and done here. He will ball out, and he will go to the draft. He literally posted a picture a couple of months ago of him at the combine and said, see y'all here next year. Like, he's literally planning on going to the draft. Brendan, if Rattler's back in 2023, that's bad. That's bad. That's a bad thing. That means we did not get the most out of him, and he did not have a good season. He did not have a good season, Brendan, if he's back. I mean, literally, we're going to talk about this in the position unit preview series. Season will be successful if, for the quarterback position, honestly, Spencer Rattler gets drafted. That's a successful year for Rattler. If he's a top 3-round draft pick, He had a good season. You know what that means, guys? We probably had a good season. What's good for Rattler's good for us. So, what's good for Rattler's good for us, man. So, anyways, guys, we're going to jump into another break. I want to continue to hear from you here on this Wednesday. More of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back taking your questions, your comments, your calls as well. 843 790 3377. That's 843 790 3377. Here on this Wednesday, Hump Day, final Daily Crow of the week, guys. Final Daily Crow of the week. So get in your questions, get in your comments, and get in your calls. We got a comment here. Let's get to this one. John Shaw says, everybody keeps saying we've got to win games at Arkansas and with Mizzou. I think our most important game that we have to win is the right off the bat against a well-coached Sean Elliott team. This man, in my opinion, should have been the Gamecocks head coach. He's been more than prepared to play the last 3 SEC teams he's played. Get ready for a true test. John, listen, I think the first game is immensely important. To say it's not important is crazy. But when you're breaking down a season and you're projecting and predicting and you're talking about most important games and ranking the importance of the games, listen, I understand the Facebook coaches out there that say, I love the people that comment on my content. They're like, the first one's the most important, and then the second one, and then the third one. It's like, all right, coach, calm down, okay? Like, this is not the Coach Speak podcast. This is just a normal, we're talking ball, whatever. That Georgia State game's important, but John, I got to be honest with you. If we're labeling that the most important game of the season to the degree of like we could lose it, we got much bigger issues than we thought, truly. I mean, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I think it's going to be a really fun one, a great test. We should beat Georgia State. Is there anybody out there that doesn't believe that? Travie, at the end of the day, we're all Gamecocks, and we have a different method on getting there. We all just want our program to ascend. Indeed, we all bleed the same colors. That's why I don't get people that act a fool on social media sometimes. It's like, bro, we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. So, Brian Lattimore in the Big Cock Club Discord said, if Rattler isn't a first rounder, that is a failure in my eyes. That's aggressive. I'd love to see it. It's crazy that Rattler's not projected a first rounder like anywhere either. Courtney, you mentioned something earlier about this setup. Yeah, so this is the new studio. This week, you've seen this side of the studio. Now you're seeing this side. AJ Bauer is the date for the Vandy game. I would have to pull up the schedule. It is, when is it? The 8th is the Kentucky game. No, the 8th is the Kentucky game. 15th is the bye week. Yeah, 15th is the bye week. 22nd is A&M. 29th is Mizzou. Yeah, 5th. Okay, November 5th. Yep. John Rice, which is more? Lattes consumed by Lance and Sewell's week 1 or points Georgia State scores? Well, John, seeing as I have the Gamecocks winning that game 34-14, Georgia State scoring 14 points, I know my guy Lance, and I know for a 7:30 kickoff, that man is consuming more than 14 lattes. No question. I'm smashing the over on lattes for Lance. Way over 14 lattes. Way over. I mean, I think even if the score was 34-20, I might take over 20 lattes. Like, I am confident in saying that our guy Lance will smash a case of lattes. Yeah, I'm hammering the over. Travie, did you miss Palmetto Pig and Villa Tronco, Chris, now that you're up in Greenville? I mean, it's not like I was going every day or anything. I miss those places for sure. But, I mean, it's not like, guys, I'm never going to go back to Columbia again. So when I go back in town, I'll stop by and say what's up. And, yeah, so. But, again, it's not like I mean, dude, after my partnership with Villa Tronco ended, I literally went like twice in like the 8 months combined after that. Palmetto Pig, the guy I know that worked there doesn't work there anymore. So I was going every now and then, but, Let's see. We just got a text. Somebody texts in, Chris, just FYI, at the end of each show every day, you cut yourself off before you're done talking. Maybe just be on my end on Facebook. No big deal. Just thought you might want to know. Yeah, so people have said that before. So I actually really don't. Like, I'm like, on my end, I'm like, all right, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Do my little thing. And then I click in stream. So it's almost like the stream is lagging behind. Like, I don't really know how else to fix that except for, all right, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow, and just sit here for like 10 seconds and then click in. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Courtney, yes, I left Columbia. Yes, I left Columbia. In case you did not see that or hear about that, yes, I left Columbia. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina now. Luke RJ, Kitchens was the New York Giants senior offensive assistant and interim offensive coordinator in 2021. Cool. Good. I mean, that was a hell of a pickup. That was a hell of a pickup for Beamer, man, getting him on staff. So, but yeah, back to John's point, the over on lattes is like the safest bet of all time. Yeah. Courtney Washington, so sad. Why is it sad, Courtney? Like, what difference? Courtney, let me ask you this. What difference does it make what city I'm located in? Like what difference does that make? Honestly. Like, you're literally, Courtney, not even going to notice. Not even going to notice. If anything, me not being there and like not going to every basketball and baseball game, I know it opens the door up for more big Cock Club content for sure. Because what I'm thinking about is, of course, for football season, I'll be at every home game, and then every road game, we'll be doing our watch parties at all these Carolina Ale House locations, right? I'm thinking for basketball and baseball, we do like a big Cock Club hangout and watch the games in the big Cock Club. And I'll just give live commentary, and we'll all just kind of talk shit and watch games and all that good stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Or we could do the live stream watch-alongs, like whatever. I think that would be really cool, big Cock Club content, though. Make that exclusive. I love the way the setup works in the big Cock Club, where like we can actually watch the games together, right? You can't stream it on YouTube. They'll just literally rip the stream down. The BCC Hangouts, yeah. BCC Hangouts for the win. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, I mean, again, I know that's a little ways off. With basketball season or whatever, but obviously football, we're busy. So Courtney, yeah, I'll tell you this, Courtney, there's a lot more Gamecock fans up here than people give credit for. And I'll be honest, being the area I'm at, it's not like you go out everywhere and everybody's just wearing orange. Like, I think honestly, Greenville, from what I take away, I think it's a pretty diverse place. I think there's people from kind of all over. You know what I mean? I don't think it's not like Greenville's Clemson town. I mean, there's not like it's not like an overwhelming. I mean, I was downtown this weekend. It's not like there's like an overwhelming amount of orange and purple. Y'all tell me. I mean, in downtown specifically, it's not. Again, it's not like there's tiger paws on the street. Like, it's just Greenville's just a city. Let's see. Where I feel like I just missed some questions. They like literally disappeared. I think Travi asked about. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. He says, are you doing another collaboration with Jeff O'Hara, Cox by 90? That was a cool addition last season. We have not talked about anything, Travi. We haven't talked about anything. I will say, a week from today is our last ever Tin Roof show, okay? That is our last ever Tin Roof show. There's a good chance. I've talked with Jeff. Apparently, he's going to be in Columbia. I think he might join me on stage for 20 minutes. We'll talk some Gamecocks football. I'm really going to pressure Jeff to give me his prediction next week, by the way. That's a good, yeah, I like that. I'm going to pressure Jeff to lock in a record prediction. He has not done so yet. I've noticed that he has not done so. And if he doesn't want to, I guess I can't force him, but I want to hear what his record is. So he had talked about coming by. So I think he'll come by Tin Roof next week, but we have not talked about anything. We have not talked about anything specifically, any type of show. I will say, and this is kind of a side note, but I know that Gamecock Central is throwing their kickoff party August the 20th, I believe, at is it August the 20th? I think so. At Steel Hands. And I've thought about going in town for that and going to that. So if you guys are going to be there, hang out with some Gamecocks, talk ball, do whatever. John Shaw, hoping for a great winning season. Can't bring myself to jump on the SAT bandwagon just yet. We're loaded at every position. There's no reason we shouldn't go 10-2 at least. John, holy shit. Shouldn't go 10-2 at least. Yes, the schedule's harsh, but it's always brutal. I love what Beamer's doing, and I've got to trust his method, and that includes Satterfield. Woo! 10-2 at least. God almighty. Pipe down, Paul. Hey, just reel it in, John Shaw. Let's go win 8 first. Let's win 8 first. 10-2, my guy. Brendan, so you and Dalton will be at the Gamecock Central thing. Okay, yeah. I just got to see if it lines up, if I'll be able to come in town, whatever, but I don't see why I couldn't. So, dude, I'm honestly so excited for the month of August. Honestly, because I've got my calendar right here, my dry erase calendar that I use, and today's obviously the 27th, and like next Monday, August 1st, and it's just like in August, there's football in August. You know what I mean? Like there's football in August. So very, very pumped, man. There's so many exciting things happening. I also got invited. I'll tell you guys this. I also got invited by the Charleston Gamecock Club to come out to you guys or come out to their kickoff party, August the 12th. I'm not sure that I'll be able to swing that just because, again, I live in Greenville now, and that's quite a hike, and I'm already driving all over the place to do these ale house tours and everything. So I don't know that I'll be able to swing that, especially since the previous day I'll be going to Fort Mill, which is Charlotte. So maybe I'll stay the weekend in Charlotte. John, you got a couch for me to crash on, guy? You think the wifey would be okay with that? I'd love to spend a weekend in Charlotte, man. Why not, dude? I mean, anybody that knows me, bro, y'all know I got tons of love for CLT, bro. CLT, I mean, it was close. I strongly considered going to CLT. Like, I'll tell you this, guys, it would not shock me. I know we're just kind of getting off on just a random tangent. It would not shock me if I ended up back in Charlotte. It would not. I got a lot of love for Charlotte, dude. Those of you that don't know, I lived there for 4 years. I started the business in Charlotte, right? And I would almost love to go back because of my first stint in Charlotte was a lot of just very hard personal growth, discovering myself as a human being, right? Working in the corporate world. TSUS didn't even exist. Started the business in January 2017, right? I mean, it was at zero. Did the whole 9-to-5 grind plus TSUS. So to go back now with the level of success we've had and to really feel like I'm flourishing in the city versus like last time I was there, guys, I was just trying to survive. You know what I mean? To go back and feel like I'm flourishing in the city, Charlotte's an incredible place. It's an awesome place, dude. Charlotte's an awesome place. My guy John said he got a guest bed. Boom, there you go. Hey, don't tempt me with a good time, John. We might have to run the Daily Crow from the from the old the Rice Ranch, August 12th. Daily Crow from the Rice Ranch. Might have to do it. James Kendall says Fink will be at the Gamecock Central event. Great, we can have conversation. Fink and I can have a chat. Why not? Brendan, what are your thoughts on the 5-week series they're doing on ESPN for the Gamecocks? Kind of reminds me of Hard Knocks. Dude, I love it. I love it. And by the way, on that note, Brendan, that starts August the 11th, right? No, it doesn't. It starts August the 10th because the 11th is Thursday. Starts August the 10th. We will be watching that all together in the BCC Hangouts. I don't know if my Big Cock Club people even knew that, but we'll be watching that 5-part series together. I'm making it a point in the BCC Hangouts. So we're all going to take it all in together and watch and enjoy ourselves and have a good time. And I'm looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. Garrett says, do you like the NFL, the Panthers? I'm not a huge NFL guy, man. I'll be totally honest with you. I Yeah, I'm just not a big NFL guy. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I stay so locked in and focused on TSUS and this content, and I just, maybe living in Greenville, I might try to like switch things up and on Sundays go out somewhere and watch some ball and hang out and just give me an excuse to get out of the house and get out of the studio, right? Because I'll just stay up in here all day long and work on stuff. But I can't say that I like ride with the Panthers like that. Like, bro, I don't have a single piece of NFL memorabilia in my entire place. I don't think, unless I'm forgetting something. Nah, I don't. I'm surprised, by the way, that nobody has asked me what this is. I'm shocked nobody's asked me what this is because there's a Clemson paw on this picture. I'm shocked nobody has asked me what that is right there. And if you want to know what it is, that I found that in Columbia at the the Vintage Thrift Mall or whatever it's called. That, my friends, is a framed picture of the Clemson scoreboard from the 1984 game. Hold that Tiger, and it's got the zeros on it, and it says S Carolina 22, Clemson 21. And I saw that piece at that Vintage Mall, whatever, that thrift mall, and I was like, dude, this is such a like one of one. Dude, there ain't another person on the planet, I think, that probably has this. Like, so this is it's a picture of the Clemson scoreboard. You'd walk in and be like, what the hell is that? And then you see the score on it. And you're like, oh, okay. So, yeah. I could probably do a studio tour just with the memorabilia I have. Like, when I moved, I realized just how much memorabilia I had or have. So this is a cool, I tell you though, I was questionable about this setup. This is a cool setup right here. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a cool setup. I like this. With the TV up top. We can play around with what we want up here, but I like this. I think this is cool. I actually think this is really cool. I might switch out. I've got my TSUS shoes over here. I might switch those out and put those where these are or something. Yeah, this is cool though. I like this setup. Yeah, the gloves, my guy. So there's a thing on Amazon you can buy that it's shaped like two hands like this, right? You can move them around and it screws into the wall. It's really cool though. That's super dope, right? Super, super dope. Super dope. Let's see. AJ Bowers, I just got your DM, my guy. So somebody else does have something similar to that from the 84 game. Nah, really cool. I saw that. I was like, I got to have that, bro. Yeah, AJ, I just got your DM. I was like, I got to have that. I got to have that. Yeah, that was when Mike Holt stuck the ball out in the fridge. Yeah. Chase Floyd, going back to the Panthers, Chris, their training camps at Wofford. Just started yesterday in Spartanburg. You ever need something to do, go. Oh, I forgot about that. Good dude, Chase. Bro, good point, my guy. Dude, I forgot about that. Holy, so hold on. Training camp started, dude. I might go this weekend. Are you kidding me? Y'all about to make me act up. Y'all about to make me act up. Dude, I guess I could have waited to the break to do this, but I'm going to do it right now. Here we go. Panthers training camp. Panthers training camp 2022. Let's see. Yep, training camp central. And they got JC up top. How about that? Yeah, look at this. July 30th. Back together Saturday. Is that at Wofford? So they practiced today at 11:15. They got tomorrow at 10:30. Friday at 10. Saturday, though, at 7 p.m. What is back together Saturday? What is that? What is... bro, you can bring in coolers and shit too. God. What does anybody want to fill me in on what back together Saturday is? August 11th, you got Fan Fest popping. So they're doing FanFest on a Thursday. Is that right? FanFest is on a Thursday. That's interesting, to say the least. What is Back Together Saturday? But it's at, oh, dude, I'm going to go. I have no plans this weekend. I'm probably going to go. I'm actually going to go probably. Thank you for giving me weekend plans. Breaking, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. John, yes, the Willie B sign is over here in this corner over here. Yeah. Maybe I can flip it. Chords. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Made it. It made it. The Willie B sign definitely had to make it, bro. Had to. I'll never forget when I first got that. And when I first got that, and I was kind of nervous that people were going to think I like stole that from Williams-Brice. It was COVID. It was 2020. And I remember I was just riding my bike around the stadium and that had dropped on the ground. And it's old and worn out, right? Like it was 1,000% going to get replaced. It was going to get trashed if I didn't pick it up. And so I was like, I'm going to ride by again in like 10 minutes. And if it's still on the ground, I'm taking it. And sure enough, it was. And I was like, I'm snagging this. I'm snagging this. So no, it's a cool piece, man. That's a really, really cool. I've accumulated some very, very cool pieces. And our guy, Kelsey Quarles, said he wants to send something from his playing days here. Bro, I'd love it. You got some cleats. You got some gloves. You got a jersey, God forbid. God, dude, I will put that thing up right now. My guy, Connor McCormish. Shout out to Connor, Big Cock Club Connor. He's got a signed Beamer Rattler t-shirt he's going to give me August 30th at the Ale House event, the tour. So that will be getting framed, Connor. That will be going up in the stew. Thank you, sir. I don't know exactly where yet, but I will find a spot. I will find a spot for it. So, oh, Jeff, Jeff. So Phil's cutout is in here. It's in the closet. I'm sorry, Phil. I hope Phil's not upset. You know why it's in the closet? I was in here like setting stuff up a couple nights ago. And out of the corner of my eye, like my peripherals caught Phil's cutout and it like scared the shit out of me. Like I thought somebody was in here. So I was like, I'm sorry, Phil. I cannot have Phil's face just staring at me constantly. I hope, dude, like, can you imagine if his cutout's just sitting in the corner back here, just like looking? Like, I'm sorry. I hope Phil understands. I don't want you staring at me 24/7, Phil. I don't want to be in here like working on stuff and I look back and there's Phil's face just like this eye just like beating at me. I don't really want that. Connor, bro, if you want to frame it, I will, bro. I would be eternally grateful if you want to frame it, my guy. I'd be eternally grateful. I mean, you don't have to do that. I'll do it, but if you want to, bro, I will be grateful for sure. Again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in, man. This is awesome content, bleeding out the eyeballs. Shout out, by the way, our dude, TSUS athlete Kai Kroger got named to the Ray Guy Award watch list. TSUS athlete Kai Kroger. So big things happening. Also, guys, by the way, let me remind you, you see this TV behind me, right? Big things happening this weekend. The season simulation series gets rolling. Season simulation series gets rolling this weekend. We get it popping on Sunday. Sunday, 7 o'clock, we will take on Georgia State. Very excited. Very excited. Joseph Welch, yes. The drawing you sent, Rival Sports Art. That one's actually in my bedroom, Joseph. Thank you for that, by the way. Incredible. I get lots. Bro, I get tons of compliments on that piece. And every time somebody sees it and they say something, I tell them, hey, it's Rival Sports Art. Check them out. They're on Facebook. The guy sent me this. It's incredible. So, yes, I have that one, Joseph, hanging in my bedroom. So that one I felt like was such a personal piece. You signed it. Really, really unique. I've got that one in the bedroom. So I appreciate it, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you for that, man. Yeah, Tyler Gates. Phil's death stare. And what was so funny about it, if you want to laugh even harder, his cutout was like behind my couch I have in here, futon I have in here. And so it's like all I saw was like here up. So it's like literally his eyes just like Creeper Phil just like staring at me. So I was like, bro, I can't have this. I cannot have this in here. Like I don't know what to do, but I can't have this in here. You got to go in the closet, dog. I can't have you staring at me while I'm trying to operate in here. Yeah, just like he's like looking at me like, you gonna talk about rugby? You gonna talk about rugby? Like I love you, Phil. Can't have you staring at me like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even if it was like of myself, I'd be like, I don't know. I almost like want to bring it to the tailgate though. Like, we have the Phil cut out at the tailgate. Let's go. Let's go. You know, bring it inside Willie B. Just like see if they can get it on ESPN. It's like, why? Who is this random guy? You know, Phil may not be here in person, but he is here in spirit. He is here in spirit. The conversation today is just on one. We love that. Guys, we'll jump into one final break. But I do want to continue to hear from you, more of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Final 12 minutes or so here on the Daily Crow. We are taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. I want to continue to hear from you. Guys, of course, this is the last TDC of the week, and for reasons of travel, right? We're going to hit the road tomorrow, go to Myrtle Beach. Hey, all my Myrtle Beach Gamecocks, I want to see y'all out at Carolina Ale House tomorrow. Okay, tell all your friends, tell all your buddies. Let's have us one hell of a time. Let's have us one hell of a time down there at Carolina Ale House on, I think it's Hollywood Drive or whatever. I think it's Hollywood Drive, whatever it might be. Either way, Carolina Ale House, Myrtle Beach. Y'all are up tomorrow. We'll get things going at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, we'll get it rolling. Probably around 7:30 or so. We'll feel it out, but we'll do a little quick Q&A, take your questions. We'll talk some Gamecocks football. Again, would love to have you guys out there as the TSUS tour rolls on. Really, really excited for that. Again, let your friends know, let people know. I've done all I can to share it on social media. And believe it or not, even for the Summerville location, there were people that were like, we didn't know you were going to be here. I'm like, what? Where else can I share it? Where else can I share it? So if there's buddies of yours that are not well-versed with social media that just don't realize we're going to be there, let them know. Let them know. Hollywood Drive, my guy Brian Lattimore tells me, right off 29th Avenue. Good. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. It's perfect. So, Hollywood Drive it is. Travie, remember the Joe Morrison dart smoking on the sidelines? That was hilarious. I know you weren't born yet, Chris, but that's a classic video. Yeah, Joe Morrison, legend, bro. Way different times back then, Travie. Can you imagine if Coach Beamer was on the sideline smoking a cigarette, smoking a dart? That would not fly these days. That would not fly these days, would it? Would it? Also, guys, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 681. We continue along with the opponent preview series, talking the Kentucky Wildcats, which is a really fun show because that's a huge game. That's a huge game for many reasons. Also, great convo with Kelsey Quarles from yesterday's Daily Crow. Very unexpected. We attached that on the podcast today. Definitely highly suggest you guys check that out. Really, really great stuff. Great insight from Kelsey. So be sure to tune into that. Like I said, guys, no TDC tomorrow or Friday, but I'm thinking Twitter Spaces. We can get after that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You know, I'm going to have a 4-hour drive there and a 4-hour drive back. So great way for us to kill some time. Also, guys, again, reminders on the merchandise side of the business. TSUS.stores, where you can go online and get all of our merch. But if you want to go get your merchandise in person, you can do so at Rivals in Florence, South Carolina, and Todd and More Sporting Goods in Columbia. We are re-upping them on Beamer Ball shirts, taking those literally over to them today. They should have those on the rack by no later than Friday. And they're going to have sizes, guys, in garnet, black, and white up to 4XL. So the first order they had, they only ordered like 4 extra larges, and everything else was small, medium, and large. I was like, guys, you need to get bigger sizes. Sure enough, guys, you bought them all up. So they're ordering those bigger sizes, an even bigger order than the first time that came around. So those will be in store. They should be on the rack hanging up by Friday, I would imagine. So go get your shirts, downtown Columbia, Todd and More Sporting Goods. Appreciate those fine folks giving us the opportunity, and just really excited to continue to grow the merchandise side of the business. Travis Allen says, how do we find it on Twitter Spaces? I'll probably schedule it, Travis, today, just because, I mean, I know that I'm going to be in the car at, 3, right? I know I'll be in the car at 3. I know I'll be in the car at 4. So I might schedule it like 4, something like that. But I will schedule it on Twitter, Travis, and I would just say stay tuned to our Twitter. Travis says, what uniform do we open up with, Chris? White, garnet, white. I think it's a no-brainer. It's white, garnet, white, for sure. For sure. What else would we wear? I think wearing big game garnet would be weird. Yeah, I think white, garnet, white, no doubt will be what we wear week 1. Exact same. Now, the question is, what face mask? Do we go white, garnet, white with a garnet face mask, or do we do like we did EIU last year and go back to the black face mask? We seem to really be embracing the garnet face mask, so maybe that's just what we rock from here on out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Craig, yeah, we do need to find a Greenville store to carry the merch. You're right. You're right. We need to find a Greenville shop, no question. So, Yep. Travis says, I wish Carolina was bigger on the uniform. I do too. The Under Armour font sucks. I don't know. That font they chose sucks. It just there's no other way to put it. It just sucks. That font sucks. Yeah, seeing Spencer in the uniform was crazy, bro. Big game Garnet against Georgia. I agree. John Rice, Garnet face mask is here to stay. It seems like it, man. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is, dude. Yeah, big game Garnet against Georgia. I think you go white, Garnet, white week 1, Stormtroopers week 2, big game Garnet week 3. I think that's the move. So, yeah, I think I would be surprised if we go any other direction uniform-wise. I'm excited, dude. It's just like the little things, right? It's the little things I get so pumped for. Like posting our uniform report graphic, you know what I mean? Like you guys might recall that last year, it had the helmet, jersey, pants, and bro, I just like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it fires me up. Like I'm like, let's go. I get fired up posting that type of stuff. Like I don't know if y'all realize this. Like I get fired up to post the content. You know what I mean? And I guess that's how you know you're doing something you're passionate about, and that's how you know you hear the old adage, you'll never work a day in your life. But it really is true, bro, because I'm like, bro, this is play. My work is play. This is fun. Getting to make content, it's fun. AJ Bauer's got to wear Garnet pants week 2. Last time we played at Arkansas, we wore white Garnet and won the game. I mean, yeah, AJ, the last time we played Arkansas and won the game, we had Connor Shaw at quarterback. Does that matter? I mean, I hear what you're saying, though. Maybe Beamer's that superstitious. I don't know. Zach Kaplan. Here's a funny thing. Zach says he wants to wear all black, but statistically, we don't do well when we wear all black. Zach, can I just say something real quick? And I hope nobody takes this personally, but like, think about it. Statistically, do we do well in any uniform? I mean, statistically, our program hasn't won a lot, period. So is it the uniform's fault or is it just our fault? So like, I mean, I listen, I think this. There are so many teams that want to rock black, and they can't because it's not in their color scheme, or they force it. Look at Tennessee. Black's not it. I mean, is black really one of their colors? And even if it is, you can look at other schools. There's so many people that want to rock black that can't. I think it's a mistake if we don't rock black at some point in some capacity. We don't have to have a blackout. I'm not saying that. But, dude, you want to know what's an underrated combo for us? White, black, white. Bro, that's a clean look, dude. Clean look. Super clean. Bro, if you want to go all black, like wear it against Charlotte. Wear it against SC State. I'm cool with it. If we wear all black against, let's say, Tennessee, that ain't the reason we lost the game, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't the reason we lost the game. It's because we didn't play good enough ball. People want to blame, oh, my God, we're in all black. Up. We lost. Game over. Game over. I think it'd be a mistake to not have black in the rotation. I'm not saying wear it every game, but it'd be a mistake to not have black in the rotation in some capacity. So, Travis Allen says Tennessee needs the McDonald's logo on their helmet. I hear you. Courtney says he likes black, white, like we wore in the Outback Bowl. I mean, those weren't terrible. Matt Johnson, black, Garnet black's pretty nice. I think that's what he said. I lost the question. Pretty sick. See you tomorrow, Matt. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Black, Garnet, black. Yeah, I'm surprised those didn't stick around longer because when we wore those, there were a lot of people saying, like, that's one of the best uniforms Carolina's ever worn. I mean, I think that might have been a little bold, but, put Ronald McDonald in the Vols helmet. Why not? I've told you guys I'm a less is more kind of guy, And, of course, here we go. You can't talk uniforms without having somebody comment, I don't give a flying you-know-what, just win games. Well, guys, I mean, your brand's important. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. And it's also July 27th. John Gibbs, I think the garnet script helmet with garnet jerseys and pants would be fire. I know the script isn't popular to some, but going all garnet with the script would be sick in my opinion. John, I respect your opinion. The script helmet can literally burn into oblivion and never be worn again, and I would be ecstatic. I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but like the script helmet, like all I can think of is Chick-fil-A and you're copying Florida. The script is sick for memorabilia, sick for merchandise, not on the jersey, not on the helmet. Not even Joe Morrison, who damn invented the shit, put it on the uniform. He didn't even think it should go on there. You see what I'm saying? Even he didn't put it on there. So why are we trying to reinvent the wheel? What do we know that Joe Mo didn't? You know? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, John. We can have differing opinions, but the script helmet can literally burn into oblivion, along with, and some of you will hate this, along with the rooster tail helmet that we wore under Sean Elliott. Trash. Pure trash. I mean, that helmet's cool for an arena football team, arena football league. I'll tell you this. I'd rather wear the garnet helmet with the white circle for the rest of eternity than rock that freaking tail feather helmet again. And I'm if you know me, I'm not like the biggest white circle fan, but I'd rather do that. At least with the garnet helmet with the white circle, that is something that is so unique. It makes us stand out. Right? It makes I don't know of any other school that has a white circle around their logo on their helmet. You know? Luke RJ, I would like to know what we wore every game last year. Helmets, jerseys, and pants. No, last year, let's go through this. Well, let's think. I mean, you really want to go game by game by game? White, garnet, white EIU, all white ECU, all white Georgia. I mean, I'm not going to get the in order. I'm not going to get them in order. Big game garnet against Troy with black face masks. Garnet, white, garnet with black face masks at A&M. Of course, that'd be black face mask. Who else? Florida, big game garnet. Auburn, big game garnet with a garnet face mask. Clemson, big game garnet with a garnet face mask. What other games am I missing? Kentucky, white garnet, white, black face mask. Mizzou, white, white, black, right? With a black face mask? White, white, black. Vanderbilt, 84 Black Magic throwbacks with didn't have the freaking things here. It had the mesh look. It just said Gamecocks across the front. We didn't do like the full mesh look on the top, but either way. Yeah, that was the 84 Black Magic throwback type look. Who else? What other game am I missing? Anyways. I think I just rattled off a good number. So anyways, there you go, Luke RJ. Test my Gamecock knowledge some more, my guy. Either way, hey, we've hit 2 o'clock. Appreciate you all tuning in, guys. That's going to do it all for the Daily Crow this week. Twitter Spaces tomorrow and Friday, probably. Podcast drop Friday. We're at TSUS. We're at Carolina Ale House, Myrtle Beach tomorrow. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait to see all the great Gamecocks up there. Haven't been to Myrtle, yours truly, in like 7 years. Can't wait to take it all in, enjoy the beach on Friday. Really looking forward to it. So check out the podcast. Stay tuned on the content. Continue to support the merch. Guys, thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And we will talk to you on, I guess, Monday of next week. See y'all tomorrow night at Carolina Ale House in Myrtle Beach.